Hello, beautiful yogis. Welcome to another practice. If you're new here, my name's Maya. Nice to meet you. I'm so glad that you're here. Today's practice has been specifically made for you. Today's practice will be a slow, juicy, delicious flow. We will be taking deep inhales and exhales and stretching it out. So if that's what you're looking for, you are in the right place. Without further ado, let's get into the practice. We are going to start in a plank to a downward facing dog just to build a little bit of heat. If you don't want to do this, go ahead and skip ahead, but I highly recommend that you do these planks with me just to build some heat in the body so that we can stretch out your muscles warm. It is dangerous to stretch out cold muscles. So, walk yourself out into a plank. Find a strong plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, push it back. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Inhale your plank. Exhale back. Very last one. Hold your plank. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your knees. Child's pose. Continue with your deep inhales and exhales. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat for a side body stretch. Walk your hands back to center and over to the left. Breathe into this beautiful stretch through your back. A quick reminder, this is your practice, so if at any point I do something that you would rather not do, go ahead and skip it. This is your practice. Nobody is judging you. That's it. That's all I have to say. Nobody is judging you other than yourself. Walk your hands back to center. Push up into a box pose. Inhale, chin tailbone up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, glance up. Exhale, round your spine. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat pose. Bring your spine back to neutral and take big hip circles all the way around in one direction. Going as slow or as fast as you would like to go. Opposite direction, swirling around your hips. My knees love to pop when I do this. Don't be alarmed if things are popping. One more circle. And come back to center in your box pose. Pivot your right foot and find a side plank. So your knee is still grounded on the mat and your right arm is touching the mat. Big reach up to the sky. Take big circles towards the front of your mat. At least 3 circles. Opposite direction. You're getting nice and loose in your shoulders. Beautiful job. Round over to the front of your mat as if you're trying to reach something ahead of you. glance down for an optional neck stretch. Release your reach. Lift up your left leg. Make sure your foot is still flexed as you bend your knee and reach for your ankle and take a slight kick. Still glancing down at your supporting hand. If you fall out of it, no worries, just get right back into it. Release your ankle and come back to a box pose. Opposite side now. Right arm is reaching up to the sky. Big circles towards the front. Opposite direction. One more circle and round over to the front. Make sure that you are planting down in your right foot. Continue with your deep inhales and exhales. Breathe into the stretch. Undo your reach as you lift up your right leg. Keep that foot flexed. Bend your leg. Grab your ankle and kick. Glance down at your left palm for a neck stretch. Release your ankle, back to your box pose. Tuck your toes and push up into a downward facing dog. Maybe walk the dog here, bending one knee at a time. Shake your head no, releasing tension. Shake your head yes. Get comfortable here. Take movements that are pleasing to you. Walk your feet out to be mat width. As you walk your fingertips back just a little bit. Right hand is going to reach for that left ankle as you glance under your armpit. Try your best to keep your hips even. The left hip usually wants to hike up, hike it back down. Keep your hips even. That is how you're going to get the best stretch. You got it. Release your ankle. Left hand reaches back for your right ankle. Twist into it. Check in with your hips. Don't forget to breathe. It's so crucial. Release your ankle. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Bend your knees for a yogi squat. And remember, this is your practice. So if this is as far as your squat is going today, you're doing awesome and I'm proud of you. If this is as far down as you can go, again, this is still awesome. I'm going to go as far as I can down into my yogi squat. Join me down here if you can. If you can kind of get somewhere in between, it almost helps to put something underneath your bum. Maybe a pillow, a yoga block, a water bottle. Just improvise. It's not that serious. I'm going to turn so that you can see me. Your palms are at heart center and your elbows are pushing on your knees. Your chest should be proud and open. There you go. Your right arm is going to reach out as your left hand goes up to the sky for a slight twist. Take take wrist rotations in one direction. I am human. I am only human. Opposite direction. Release your left arm, back to center. That felt good, right? Let's do it on the other side. Left arm reaches out as your right arm comes up. Wrist rotations in one direction. I'm a little extra bendy if you haven't noticed yet. If your arm is out here, that's awesome. Opposite way. And release back to center. I'm so proud of you. You guys are doing great. I hope this feels as good as I'm feeling right now. Walk yourself back up into a downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up to the sky. Flex your foot. Make sure that you can still see your foot. If you can't see your toes, chances are your hips are wonky. Pull them down so that they're even. One more breath, enjoying the stretch. As you exhale, pull your knee through, kneeling crescents. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, halfway split. Inhale, reach. Exhale, split. Last time. Inhale, kneeling crescent, reach up. Exhale, halfway split. Two options. Stay here in your halfway split, or take an IT band stretch by walking your hands to the outside of your foot as the pinky edge side of your foot touches the mat. Walk your hands back to center. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Take 2 deep cycles of breath. Don't be afraid to breathe noisy. Fun fact, when we hear ourselves breathe, it helps to calm down our nervous system. So allow your breath to be noisy. There's no shame in breathing noisy. It's actually very helpful. Left leg lifts up to the sky. 3-point down dog. Check in with your hips. Can you see your toes? If not, pull down your left hip. I love how this feels in my standing leg. One more breath. As you exhale, pull your knee through, kneeling crescent. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, halfway split, flex your foot. Inhale, reach. Exhale, split. Inhale, reach, last time. Exhale, halfway split. If you took the IT band stretch on the last side, take it on this side as well. Bring the pinky edge side of your foot down to the mat. Keep in mind that your foot doesn't have to touch the mat. As you can see, my foot is not touching the mat, but I'm reaching towards the mat, which is what matters. If you're feeling, you're doing. Walk your hands back to center. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Take 1 deep breath, inhaling through your nose. Exhale with your mouth. Sigh it out. Bend your knees and come into a wide-legged child's pose. If this is as far down as you can go, you're doing great. Remember, your practice, your rules. Your practice does not need to look like mine. But if you can, walk yourself all the way out, go ahead and rest your forehead on the mat. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Exhale as you thread the needle, bringing your right ear down to the mat. Your palm should be facing up. Take 3 to 5 deep cycles of breath. Maybe close down your eyes and really feel into the stretch. If this feels really good, stay here, or with your left arm, you can try to bind behind your back, maybe reaching for your inner thigh. If you feel any pain in your shoulder, don't take the stretch. Today, I'm feeling a little bit of pain in my shoulder, so I'm going to go ahead and release this. One more breath. Undo your bind if you took that option. As you inhale, undo your arm. Big reach up to the sky. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle. Left ear to the mat. Your palm is facing up. Take 3 to 5 deep cycles of breath. If you took that bind on the last side, go ahead and take it now. I'm going to try because every side shows up differently. It's so interesting how the body works. This side, I don't feel any pain, so I'm going to keep holding it. One more deep breath. Release your bind. Big reach up with your left arm. Exhale, release down to the mat. Walk your hands back in as you sit up. Okay, this stretch is a little funky, but I really like how it feels, so bear with me here. Your right leg is going to be parallel with the front of your mat. Okay, you still with me here? Your left leg is going to be bent. Both of your feet are flexed. So it's almost as if you're making like a weird S shape almost. This is a variation of pigeon. So if you can take the full variation of pigeon and go all the way down to the mat, go ahead and take it. But for me today, I'm not feeling up to it, so I'm going to keep my back leg bent as I slowly melt down my chest. You should be feeling the stretch all the way through your right leg. Rest your forehead down if you can. If you can't and you're up here, again, that's perfect. Feeling is doing. If you feel the stretch, you're doing it. Take your deep inhales and exhales as you rest your forehead down on the mat or on your forearms. Lift up your chest as you walk your arms back in. Bring your hands planted behind you and begin to take some windshield wipers with your knees, taking turns going in and out. One more time. This time, land at the back of your mat. Now with your left leg in front of you and your right leg behind you. Remember, flex feet. If you can take the full pigeon, go ahead. Walk yourself down as far as you can. Take your deep inhales and exhales. Begin to lift up your chest. Take your windshield wipers one more time. Come back into a comfortable seated position. Open up your arms wide. I love you guys so much. I wish I could hug you all, but I can't. So give yourself a hug because you deserve a hug. Tight, tight, tight hug. Maybe sway side to side. It feels so good to embrace yourself. Just a little bit of self-love because everybody needs more self-love. Inhale, release. Exhale, opposite arm on top. Give yourself a tight, tight, tight hug. Swing side to side. You deserve to feel loved. Always, always, always. Inhale, release your hug. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. It is time for what some people think is the hardest part of class, but it's really the most important, Shavasana. Lay down on your back however you would like. Today I'm going to keep my knees bent and rest my hands on my tummy. Take at least 5 deep cycles of breath, but if you can get to 10 without losing focus, that's the goal. Close down your eyes, and with every exhale, release your muscles a little bit more. With every exhale, just relax. Focus on your breath. If your mind is wandering like crazy today, count your inhales and exhales. Really try your best to stay focused on how this feels in your body and for your lungs. Release tension in your forehead. I welcome you to stay here all day if you can. But if you're like me and you can't stay here all day, slowly begin to wiggle your fingertips, wiggle your toes. Inhale for a big good morning stretch, stretching yourself apart as much as you possibly can. Exhale, pull your knees into chest, tight ball. Maybe rock side to side. Take fetal pose on whichever side serves you best. Take a few more deep inhales, just soaking in the benefits from today's practice. Slowly begin to push yourself up into a seated position. Let's take one deep closing breath together, pulling in all of this beautiful energy that we have created together on our mats. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, pull it into heart center. Taking this beautiful energy with you throughout the rest of your day or your week, etc. We're going to take this beautiful energy off of the mat. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for today's practice. Namaste. Words cannot even begin to express how grateful I am for you and how glad I feel that you found this video and you practiced with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly can't thank you enough. If you did like today's video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I am always trying to get better. So if there's something that you loved that we did today, tell me about it, please, in the comment section. If there is something that you completely hated and you never want to see it again, tell me in the comment section. I always, always, always just want to make a practice that's perfect for you. So, thank you once again for being here. If you feel inclined to do so, please go ahead and hit the bell button so that you can be notified every week when a new class drops. With that being said, I am wishing you guys the very best. Mwah! I love you so much. Bye!